Ta-da! Okay, we're early and we're live. Hey, everybody, it's Allie, and I hope that it's going to start showing me comments here in a second. Let me click on my comments. What's happening? Oh no, where's my comments? Oh my goodness. Hey, all right, my bitter chickie to the save the day. Thank you. Okay, my comments are showing, so I'll be able to, hey, Leaf Slayer. What, does that really say that? I gotta move you guys closer. Hang on. Leaf Slayer? What an epic name. Okay. Mama's Daughters. Hey, hey. Strega Black Squirrel, back again. Superpowers. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Shelly. Risa's here. AR Puffin Stuff. And of course, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Dawn said, I've been waiting for this all day. Me too. Me too. Who needs work? Right? Like, who needs a job? We don't. We just need to go live. Hey, JM's here. We just need to go live and have fun. Uh-oh. Wild Violet, loving the 80s vibes. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, hey, let me show you the fit for today. The fit for today is, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I thought it would be perfect. Hey, Tammy's here. Joni, always learning. That's an excellent name. Great. I love your personality. Thank you for bringing the positive energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm happy to do it. Hey, Diane's here. Okay. Joe says, love the shirt, Allie. Hi. Hello. Okay. So if you guys have questions, put like a bunch of question marks in front of it. So it'll kind of jump out at me because, man, the comments are flying in. I love you guys. Thank you for spending your Wednesday night with me. I super appreciate you. Everybody's loving my shirt. Thank you. Just ask anybody that knows me. I am the problem. It is me. Terry says, love the hair. Thank you. I'm going for like a fun 80s, early 90s kind of vibe. I'm trying to bring it back. So just being honest, I really want to bring it back. Flashbacks to Romper Room. JM said, I didn't get the memo, or I would have joined in on the theme. We should do a call with all of us, and we should absolutely have a theme. I would love it if we did like a costume party. I think that would be great. Janet says, hey, Allie, what's up? Okay. Yes, we do need to come up with an epic name. I was trying to come up with an epic name earlier. So I got a couple of requests on my YouTube channel in the comments. People were asking for a Biocare bundle that's only bars. They didn't want any of the shakes. They just want the bars. And you have spoken, and I am making it happen. So we are going to get it's going to be a bar bundle, which I think sounds like a fun drinking game, bar bundle. So anyway, if you were one of the people who requested that, just know that, yes, I read all of your comments, and yes, it's in the works for you. Uh-oh, Dawn's on it. She said, only 4 likes? Come on, peeps. Yeah, so I think sometimes people don't realize that you have to minimize the chat in order to get to the like button. So if you want to do that, great. I'd love you for it. Okay, we've got our first question. All right, Wild Violet Moon. Another one of those awesome names. Man, I love you guys. Okay, constipation hacks. Let me tell you something. Okay, so up until 12.5, which is the dose that I'm currently on, I had horrible constipation. I mean, I really had to stay on top of it. There were quite a few things that helped me, and it's really just trial and error to see what works best for you. The one thing that I want to start off by saying is that you never, ever, 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 ever want to leave constipation for more than 4 days. And that is information that came from my doctor. Again, I ain't a doctor, but you want to stay ahead of it, right? Rather than getting caught up behind it and then trying to treat it. So, what can you do? I highly recommend a magnesium supplement. I use a triple mag, which I have listed in the description bar of all of my videos. If you want to go more extreme with the magnesium, you can do something with like a Mag 07, which is it's like a cleanse, if you will. It's got higher levels of all the magnesiums. You don't have to go that route. That was a little too strong for me, and it kind of sent me in the other direction, which is also not fun. So, yeah, so magnesium, preferably a triple magnesium. Side note, it may also help you sleep. So, there's that. Obviously, you want to stay hydrated. I want to see everybody with their drinks tonight. Diet Dr. Pepper, because I'm trying to reach my water goal. Also, I need caffeine because it's been a very long day. So yeah, so you want to make sure you stay hydrated. Some other things that really helped me were prunes, which if you're a diabetic, you want to be careful, right? Because they can be a little bit high on the sugar side. Prunes. My preference is prunes over prune juice. Prune juice, again, for the diabetics, tends to be much higher in sugar. So you want to be careful about that. And then, if necessary, you can always talk to your doctor about a prescription, right? If you're really struggling with the constipation, don't be afraid to do that. Again, you want to get out ahead of it. And also, if you need to utilize a stool softener, you can do that. Most people use something like a Miralax. My nutritionist, dietitian, I think she's a dietitian. I apologize. My dietitian told me you can do like that little capful measurement. You can do it up to 4 times a day. Talk to your doctor. But for people with severe constipation, that can be something that can be helpful. So you can look into that. Yep. See, Joe said, he's talking about Miralax. Lady Alex is saying dry fruit is high in carbs. Yes, it can be. But prunes are, if they get you moving and grooving, that would be ideal over taking a laxative. And let me just say, for the record, that I don't have any problem taking a laxative. There were quite a few times that it was just necessary, right? The constipation had just gotten away from me. It was at the 3-day mark, right? So don't be afraid to do a stool softener and a laxative if you find that you're getting up there and it's been a few days. The reason why I say that is because it can save you a trip to the ER, right? Constipation can lead to a blockage. It's pretty serious stuff. So we want to stay on top of it. We want to stay on top of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So anyway, Wild Violet Moon, I also have a couple of constipation videos. So definitely go check that out. Got all blinged up for us. Yes. And I wore my silver ring today, just in case Jazzy's here. I think she was the one who pointed out my ring last time. Yay. 41, welcome fellow weirdos. Yes, we can all be weird together. It's perfectly fine. Totally okay. This is a safe space. Okay. Jennifer, I love you. Watching the downsize, then your notice popped up. Yeah, apparently we go live on Wednesdays at the same time. I'm trying to pick a time that's good for everybody. It's also challenging for me during the week because I work Pacific time hours. So I super appreciate you coming over here, Jennifer. I'm so glad to see your name pop up. Okay. Oh, here we go. Shelly. Shelly, maybe it was you that commented. There were quite a few comments asking for bars only, but yes, I have heard you and I put in the request. I said, Biocare, this is what the people want. Give them a big discount. Let them use my discount code on top of that. And they were like, all right, let's see what we come up with. So as soon as I have an update for you, I'll definitely let you know. Deborah said, oh my God, you're gorgeous. Keep it. You're gorgeous. Okay. What's Tammy saying? Looking forward to the bar bundle. Okay, great. Ordered the Kevin bundle. Tell Kevin I serve as a reference once his resume is developed. Tammy, you're fantastic. For those of you who don't know or who may not be familiar, Kevin has his own Biocare bundle. We are currently in the running for him to be the next Biocare pup. So every time you purchase the bundle, he gets a vote. And right now, we are killing it, guys. Our competition is pretty steep, but I mean, everybody loves Kevin, and so he's winning. I don't want to jinx anything, but he's doing great. So, and plus you guys get to try out some awesome snacks and stuff. Yay! Lisa Morrison says, "Oh my God, I love your earrings. I got these at Beals. I've been shopping at Beals a lot. It's looked like it's supposed to say Bells, but I guess it's Beals. I don't know. In case you haven't watched me before, I pronounce things incorrectly. Okay, like Akita, banana, that thing. I don't. Sometimes I just give up altogether. Hip Hop Anonymous. Oh, here's a great suggestion. Terry says smooth move tea works every time for constipation. Okay, that is one route that I did not go. I did not try any of the teas. So, Terry, thank you so much for that. Okay, great. All right, let me see. Lady Alex, as a nurse, I'm aware of lots of inflammation regarding GI issues, flu, fiber. Fiber is a big thing. Get your fiber in, peeps. Digestive enzymes, yes. I would much rather hit a fiber goal for the day. It's so important and it makes a huge difference. So if you're struggling with either constipation or going the other way, fiber can really help. And I've got a video coming up. I've tried some new fiber products. So not like pills or supplements, but there's like a new fiber bread, and oh my gosh, it's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. Rocking that hairdo. It's almost flock of seagulls, almost. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll down. Remember, if you guys have questions, put some question marks in the front for me so I can grab your questions. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody's questions. Okay, Janet says, my doctor had me do fiber, never again, had bad gas and stomach cramps. Okay, Janet, you are not alone. The key to increasing your fiber is to do it slowly. And I know that there's not like a fiber guide out there. Maybe I should make one. So way back in the day, which was a Wednesday, I decided that in order to lose weight, I was going to go vegan. And so what I did was I went from eating trash, typical American diet to a high carb, low fat, raw vegan diet. And while it was fantastic in many aspects, I was not prepared for the bad gas and stomach cramps that came with massively increasing my fiber overnight. Here's what I learned. I learned to slowly increase the fiber. For me, it needs to be over a period of 2 weeks. But for some that I know, they can do it over a period of 1 week and then they're totally fine. And then you can have, some gas and cramping type, over the counter stuff that can help you. But slowly increasing the fiber makes a huge difference. And I wish that somebody had told me that sooner. And you probably wish that your doctor had told you that. So don't forget, I'm not a doctor. Okay. Shelly. Just water, close to 100 ounces today so far. Shelly killing it on that water goal. Love ya. Okay. Oh, Tammy's got a question. Okay. On my 4th month, okay, good. Losing consistently at 1.66 pounds a week. Okay, first of all, I love how specific you are. Aren't we all just like, I have lost 1.6234.33 pounds this week, and I'm excited. Okay, Tammy, that was awesome. By the way, that's very good loss. Remember, 0 to 2 pounds per week is a healthy range. When does the appetite suppression level out? That's a very good point. Okay, so for me personally, it never did. So I have always had kind of this weekly roller coaster with the appetite suppression. It's very common. Many people do. What do I mean? So you start out, you have shot day, you start out appetite suppression incredibly high, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm never going to be able to eat again. What is happening? You're forcing yourself to do the protein shake, right? And then kind of as the days go on, then you're able to kind of be normal, right? Kind of in the middle. And then it gets closer to shot day, and then all the hunger comes rushing back in. It's because of the half life of the medication. It's one of the reasons why many people do split dosing, because it creates a more even keeled, right, with the appetite suppression across the week. I have not been successful with the split dosing yet, so I'm just telling you like the research that I've done. Still struggling to eat at 7.5. Yeah. So the longer you are on a dose, the easier it will be. So you're on month 4 and you're at 7.5. As long as you're losing weight, do not go up in dose. And I know that that's going to be, contrary to what a lot of doctors say, because they're looking at the specifics from the Lilly trial and they're extrapolating and applying it to their patient load, in my opinion, incorrectly. We want to stay on each dose as long as we're losing weight. And if you're doing, 1.66 pounds per week, you're a rock star. Stay on it. Some of the best and most even keeled times that I had were on 5 milligrams, which I stayed on for, I don't even know how many months. I'm sorry. Anybody from the last live, I was supposed to check that and I failed you. I apologize. I stayed on 5 milligrams for many months. And after about 2 months, I felt totally normal. I felt like it was easier to meet the calorie deficit goal, and it just felt easier. So yeah, no weight loss occurred until I got to 7.5. Okay, so stay on 7.5 as long as you're losing weight. And just as a reminder to everyone, a stall is 4 weeks or longer. I know it's painful to think about that, right? When you're in the thick of it and like all you want to do is lose weight, but you got to make sure, right, that you're in it. Tammy, you're doing great. Just keep at it. AR Puffin Stuff says prunes, pears, apples, avocados help me with constipation. Yes. And people have said that dragon fruit can be very helpful. I tried that. It didn't work for me, but dragon fruit is delicious, so I was okay with it. Okay. Hot tea drinks like tea and coffee? Yes. Hey, Angel's here. Hello. Thank you for joining. Okay. Here we go. Constipation is a hot topic tonight. I had it so bad, I was retaining. Gastroenterologist had me do a full cleanse. Now I'm on Miralax 2 times a day. Yes. And that's very, very common. Very common. that people do that. And like I said, I had to stay on top of mine until I got to 12.5. And then all of a sudden, rainbows, unicorns, and magic happened. And now constipation totally gone. I didn't change anything. 30 grams of fiber a day. And it just went away with 12.5. I can't explain it. Okay. JM says, Allie, what's the hydration word of the day for our drinking game? Are we sticking with Shanannary? I think that we should. Because it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. So I just said Shanannary because I read your question. So now we're going to drink. And we just had a whole bunch of people join. Hello. Thank you for joining. My lips are a little bit dry, so I'm just going to bust out my chapstick. I got this at Dave & Buster's the other day. It is a giant chapstick. And yes, I was the adult that got so excited about the giant chapstick. I got that just for you guys. Well, also for me, because I like things that are abnormally crazy in size. So if it's like really, really small, right? Like I've got all my miniatures over here. Here's my little miniature book that I'm reading. Not this book specifically, the title I'm reading. Yeah, I've got my miniature stuff. Look, here we go. Here's a tiny Fruit Loops. Why? Because this is why you came to my live. Because you needed to know that the Shanannary is real. Tiny Fruit Loops. Okay, take a drink. Okay. All right, my bitter chickie says, I had inulin. Inulin? Is it the supplement? Into my Profi, which is protein coffee, every morning, adds 10 grams of fiber off the bat, must be the supplement, and very mild on the digestive system. Okay, good to know. I know that that also has other benefits that I cannot recite off the top of my head because I'm not as good in the supplement arena. But thank you for sharing. Hey, Anne's here from North Kakalaki. Let me know if you've ever heard that before. Annie. Is it Anne or Annie? Let me know. I don't want to say it wrong over and over again. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, Emmy says, maybe I'm missing it. I don't see it. Which triple magnesium? So I should have it linked. Maybe I don't. Do you want me to go get it? I'll go get it. Oh, and Sega just laid down. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to go grab it for you. I didn't bring my supplements in. Hang on. Good girl, Sega. Good girl. You can just stay there. It's okay. Look at. Okay. I'm back. Okay. This is it. Just in case it's backwards, it says Vital Nutrients Triple Mag. I just get it off of Amazon. It's very reasonably priced. It's got all 3 magnesiums, so oxide, malate, and glycinate. And it's not too much. So it's 500 milligrams. Okay. And I've got a video coming up of this poor lady that overdid it with supplements and she ended up in the ER. So it's important to remember that vitamins, right? Supplements like this, they are not FDA regulated and there's no safety net. So you got to be careful. Don't overdo it. When in doubt, talk to your doctor. Okay. All right. Mary says, hello from Florida. Mary, you got to let me know where in Florida. I used to live in Jupiter, Florida. Not everybody knows where that is. I also used to call Florida Flor, Idaho when I was a kid. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I don't know if other Floridians thought it was cool or if they just humored me. You're learning all sorts of stuff about me today. Okay. Lisa, weirdos. I definitely fit in this group then. Yes. Okay, remember, if you're going to ask a question, give me those question marks. Or Lorna, I see your QQQ. That works too. Okay. My bitter chickie, what's she saying? 2 pieces of keto bread adds another 26 grams or so of fiber. Super easy to get that in. Yes. Yeah, and that's that fiber bread that the one I'm doing, I don't think it's keto. It might be. I don't know. Um anyway, it's fantastic. It's called Carbonot, kind of like astronaut, but Carbonot. If I wasn't out, I would show it to you, but I ate it all. All right, Joe says, "Oh, love Kevin." We do love Kevin. Okay. We got a question, and then Lorna, you're on deck. Okay. Is the Kevin bundle a full box of bars or one of each? It is a full box of each bar. So I requested like a sampler. You guys, my Biocare rep is going to like, they're going to wish they never reached out to me because I ask for all of these things. So I am currently working to get like a sampler box where you could try like one of each thing because I think that people would enjoy that. I know I would enjoy that. So yeah, so it's a full box of bars. Everything in the bundles is a full box of whatever it is. If it's shakes, it's a full box of shakes. If it's bars, it's a full box of bars. So, yeah, so definitely not just one. We wouldn't do that to you. Because then you'd find one that you like and you'd be like, well, I wish I had more than one. Okay. How low is too low for calories? Ooh. Lorna coming in hot with the tough questions. Okay, TDEE calculator says cutting is 972. Ooh, yeah, that is low. How many calories should you eat? How much exercise to add? Okay, so Lorna, if you are plugging everything into the TDEE calculator.net and you're putting your exercise in there, don't. Those calculators, whether it's that one that I like to use or any of them, they are notoriously horrible for building in calories from exercise. Same with the apps. Like I use MyFitnessPal. If I put in any kind of exercise, it's like, woohoo, you got all these extra calories, right? But it doesn't know how many calories you actually burned. Even like your smartwatch doesn't know. It's not accurate. So, just in case you're doing that, make sure you take the exercise out. Make sure you select sedentary. I understand that you're probably doing all the things and you're not sedentary, but it's going to give you a better calorie count that's not quite so low. Also, Lorna, I would love to know how tall you are because if it brought you down to 972, that's pretty low. So let me know how tall you are. So don't add the exercise. How low is too low? For me personally, anything under 1200 is going into dangerous territory as far as being too low. That is not me. I am not a doctor. That's what my dietitian said to me. She's like, don't do it. What you need to do is build up the exercise, right? So that you can consume more calories to then burn some of those calories rather than just coming in. Because remember, every time you bring those calories down, metabolically speaking, you're going to adapt at some point, which means the only way to bring it to get the weight off after that is to bring those calories even further down. And we don't want to do that. I've got a video coming up soon about calorie cycling, right? This is where you add in more calories and, right, try to give your body a break from being in a deficit 24/7. So, yeah. But Lorna, let me know. I'm going to keep going. Oh, she had a second part to her question. Oh, look, she already told me. Lorna, you're so smart. Okay. To still lose weight, 54-year-old female, 5'3". Yeah. You're in my shorties crew. Yeah. That's why it's cutting you so low. Weighs 140 pounds. I definitely eat more than that and exercise. Yeah. So just make sure that you're not inputting the exercise and then look to see what kind of calories that gives you. You may want to meet with a dietitian. Meeting with a dietitian is always a great idea, guys. And 9 times out of 10, your insurance is going to cover it. It's just a matter of finding somebody who is experienced with GLP-1s and supportive. So if they have an option where you can email them before you see them, or before you do like a telehealth visit, if you can send them the question and say, hey, are you familiar with GLP-1s? Are you supportive of GLP-1s? And you can kind of gauge their response. That will definitely help you. But yeah, it can be more challenging to input into those websites, right? If you are of the shorter variety of human, because it's gonna give you a really, really low number. So Beals is my skinny syrup dealer. Yeah, yeah, the one by me definitely has gotten quite a few. A lot of them are zero sugar. Some of the flavors are kind of wild. I tried to do the skinny syrups, but it I just couldn't. It's just too strong for me. I don't know. Maybe I need to try a different brand. Okay, what's Mary saying? Hi, Allie. I live for your roast videos. Yay! I'm so glad. Thank you for that, Mary. I do get quite a few comments on those videos of people that don't appreciate the roast videos. So thank you for saying that. I super appreciate it. I know that there are a ton of my subscribers who love the roast videos, and then there's probably a handful that, they're not a fan, but it's okay. You know, you don't have to watch it. Or in Mary's case, you do have to watch it. And I've also gotten some people saying that there should be a warning not to listen to it while driving because they laugh. That's too funny. Okay. I eat Alvarado bakery bread, California style yummy. Oh, it sounds yummy. That sounds good. Okay. Lisa, is that online? I've never heard of that before. Oh no, Lisa, what are you talking about? I'm just now catching up on comments. Lisa, you'll have to tell me what you were referring to, and I'll clarify for you. Okay. Space age love song, flock of seagulls. Nice. Nice. Terry's on it today. All right, let's go. Da, 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 da. Ooh. Lady Alex says my main meal of the day is a huge salad with mixed greens, avocado, including a protein. Love that. I get on these salad kicks where I will just get a salad going, and then that's all I want. Like every day for lunch, the same thing over and over and over. I did it a while for like grilled chicken Caesar salads. I did like a buffalo salad, a blue cheese salad. I did like all of these different types of salads. My favorite, and the one that lasted the longest, I think I did a review of the salad dressing. It's that Mikado. I'm drawing on blank. It starts with an M. M-A-K. Man. Anyway, it is a wasabi ginger dressing. They have it at Publix. They keep it over with the salads, right, in that area of dressings. And oh my gosh, it's just so good. It's so good. Okay, here we go. Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca says, do you rotate injection sites? Yes. What is your preferred site now? Okay, so for the longest time, my preferred site was top of the thigh. Unfortunately, after losing over 100 pounds, um, that's not as comfortable anymore because that's not where I tend to carry my fluff, if you will. So I've always rotated sites, but here lately, I've had to kind of centralize everything in the abdomen area. So above the belly button, below the belly button, all the way out to the love handles. I've just kind of been rotating in that land, if you will, the land of Shanannary. Everybody take a drink. But I've been thinking about, I saw somebody who recommended in the comments of somebody's question in the group where they're like, you put your knee up and you kind of push the back of your arm over so that you can do an injection on the back of the arm. I'm considering doing that because I haven't tried back of the arm since I was trying to break a stall a while ago. Back of the arm is just, it's complicated. It's like it's not easy to get to. It's I don't know. But yeah, so my preferred site now I would have to say is anything on the abdomen all the way around to love handle. Those are my preferred. But rotation is so important. Okay. See what we got. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what's Debbie saying? Hi, Debbie. I've been on Manjaro for 1.5 years, lost 130 pounds. Yeah. I've been on maintenance since November. Rockstar. I've done a daily shake of Miralax, Metamucil, Benefiber, and collagen. Have never had constipation. That's fantastic. I love that. Debbie, thank you so much for sharing that. And congratulations on all of your hard work. You are a rock star. Okay. I'm here for it, says, thanks, Allie. You always give great information. Well, that's why you're here for it. I'm just playing. Thank you. I try. I try to gather as much info as I can. Okay. Kirsten's in the house. I've lost 35 pounds in 24 weeks. Nice. Since I started tirzepatide. Good job. That's 1.4558 pounds average per week. Killing it. Good job. That is awesome. Okay. Everybody's drinking in the comments. I'm going to take a swig of my drink too. I see that we had a bunch of people join. If you're wondering, I am currently attempting to reach my water goal via Diet Dr. Pepper, and I hope that you are too. My bitter chickie, she's like, cotton candy. Yes. Everybody's like, I love the chapstick. Yeah. I bought this just for lives. You will be seeing this for a long time because listen, watch it only be like to here. And I think it's, you get the whole thing, right? And you think that's how big it is, but it's probably to like right here. There's probably not that much in it, but I love it. It's the Charms fluffy stuff cotton candy. It's that one you always see in the grocery stores in like the plastic tub of the cotton candy that like turns hard and you eat it anyway. That's that brand. Okay. Oh, Crazy Cat Lady in LA says, I'm listening while commuting home. Yay! Well, first of all, I'm so glad that you're on your way home because you've worked really hard today and you deserve to go home and relax and put your feet up and snuggle your cat or cats. I don't know how many you have. I'm pretty sure there's a rule that you have to have more than one cat, especially if your name is going to be Crazy Cat Lady in LA. I think you have to have more than one cat. I love cats. Unfortunately, I am also allergic to said cats, but it does not affect my love for them. I still love them. Okay. While Violet Moon says another Mochi email about Empower. Oh, you're talking about the one that came out today? Unless there was another email. Was there 2 emails today? I love how they suspended my account, but continue to send me emails. Thanks, Mochi. At least I can stay in the know. Even though you canceled my subscription. Okay. All right. I'm not seeing a new email, so she must just be talking about the one from earlier today. It came out at 11 o'clock this morning. Eli Lilly has recently filed lawsuit against Empower, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read it to you because I know that there are a ton of people who have posted the entire thing. I can post it in the group if you're interested in reading it. Essentially, they're saying that um, they're going to continue business as usual. I think they transferred a lot of prescriptions to Red Rock because they were really just bogging down. Empower. I feel I feel bad mostly for the patients, right? Because there's this huge delay and like everybody's. It's definitely it's definitely frustrating. Okay. My better chickie, she says, drive safe, crazy cat lady. Yes, we definitely want you to drive safe. Okay. Kirsten said, my ex mother in law gave me a box of Fruit Loops as a bridal shower gift. Nothing else. Shut the front door. Oh, I would have kicked her out so fast. You're kidding me. I'm guessing that that's a for realsy and not a like haha joke and then here's your real gift. No, ma'am. Kirsten, you are a better person than I am if you didn't send her packing. 'Cause that would have been rough. I mean, I like Fruit Loops as much as the next person, don't get me wrong, but I, wouldn't want it as a bridal shower gift. Jeez. But thank you for sharing. That was awesome. Okay. Dun dun dun. I'm here for it. Says, is it normal to have issues with coffee taking GLP-1s? You'll have to let me know what you mean by issues. So some people find that they no longer have a taste for coffee, or tea. So if that's what you're referring to, yes, that's very common. If you're talking about from like a stomach acid point of view, that's also common. People who normally drink a lot of coffee or tea, um, because of the delayed digestion, they may have challenges with it. I find that as time goes on, your body kind of adapts and gets better. But if you're talking about something specific, please let me know and I'll let you know. Okay. Oh my god. JM says, "Oh my god, that Allie did. The mini iPad and MacBook literally had me laughing out loud. So funny. Listen, don't be knocking my miniature MacBook, okay? It's first of all, it's pink, okay? Second of all, it has an amazing screen background, okay? And tiny little keys. It's fantastic. You can find all sorts of really fun stuff on Shein, like this matching iPhone. Ta-na-na! Oh no, I'm getting a call. Hello? Dave at On the Pen? What are you doing? Right? It was a set of 3, if you're wondering. Here's the iPad over here. Ba-na-na! With the little apps in the house. Okay. It just makes me happy. And this, if in case you guys are wondering, this is my desk. This is where I work all day. And if you're going to be sitting at a place where, you're going to be miserable working, I have always been the type of person to deck out my desk, deck out my stuff, right? I got all sorts of stuff over here. I could keep you entertained forever showing you all my stuff. Um, cuz like sometimes you just got to sit back and look at something that makes you happy, especially during the workday, right? Can I get an amen? I know you know what I mean. Okay. Sabrina says, I'm having some serious acid reflux going on since I dosed up to 5 on Monday. What is out there for this burning? Okay, so one of the things that really helped me when it came to acid reflux was making sure that I wasn't putting too much space between meals. So, especially if you've just recently gone up in dose, it can be really challenging, right? Because the suppression is so high. And then you're going a really long time without a meal or even potentially drinking something, right? And then you got that stomach acid, and then it can give you reflux. So, um, always talk to your doctor. But there's over the counter stuff you can take, but honestly, none of that helped me. The only thing that helped me was incorporating in a couple of snacks and making sure that I wasn't going hours and hours and hours between meals. Now I can do that and be perfectly fine. Um, but yeah, but for me, it was just temporary, kind of going up in doses, and it may be that way for you too. But if you are really struggling with something like acid reflux, don't be afraid to talk to your doctor. Ah, here we go. I can't drink much coffee since starting GLP-1. I get nauseous. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty common. Hey, Jazzy's here. Hello. So glad you could join us. Okay. I'm trying to catch up on comments. Dun, dun, dun. Jazzy's saying hello. Jennifer says, hey, hey, hey. Like that thumbs up. All right, from Delray Beach, GLP1 Journey in Review. Hey there. We've got so many fantastic people here tonight. Okay, great. Let's see. Oh, Mary said, I'm in Gainesville, Gator Country. Listen, I don't know if you've ever seen an RJ Gators, but that was my favorite restaurant in Florida. I think they're still around, but when I was a kid, man, that was good stuff. And for those of you who've never had gator, gator tail specifically tastes like chicken. So there you go. I've tried all sorts of crazy stuff. So, oh, we got a question. Okay. Angel, who I love, says, not sure if you answered on Facebook, but my order for BioPub bundling is coming 4/7, and I wanted to purchase another. How long is it being extended for? Okay, so I got quite a few requests for the Kevin bundle to be extended. I heard you guys, and so yes, I got the approval. It was either yesterday or this morning. I think it was yesterday. So we're going to extend it through April. So don't panic. You can still get it. You can repurchase it. Um, and then maybe what we'll do is if everybody is enjoying that bundle is we'll kind of change it over, right? So that it doesn't count towards Kevin's votes, right? After that is done. But if everybody's enjoying it, then we'll keep it around. But yeah, but it's been extended through April. So you got nothing to worry about. Okay. Tammy says, love the chapstick. Reminds me of Bonnie Bell back in the day, but bigger. Yes. Man, it was so good. The stuff we had, man, it was good stuff. Okay, Debbie says, my mom and dad lived in Jupiter, Florida for over 20 years. That's awesome. I lived in Parkland, Florida, which is just south of Boca Raton for 25 years. Now I live in Pittsburgh. Well, that's just wild and crazy. You just jumped all over the place there. That's too funny. But I love that you know where Jupiter, Florida is, because sometimes I tell people and they're like, is that a place? I'm like, yes, I didn't just make it up. It does sound like a place I would make up, though. Hey, we got Newport Beach, California. All right. Oh, we got a question. Thanks. You're too late, though. I went ahead and got it. I don't know what that was in response to, but I'm glad you got it. Okay, Leaf Slayer. Awesome question. I really hope that you or someone in your family has a landscaping business, because can I tell you how fast I would hire you if you were like driving down the road and you had this epic scene on like the side of a van, and it was like Leaf Slayer, right? And it's like, da-da-da, and then there's a guy and he's like, meh. Okay, I'll get it together now. Watch it not even be some related to something like that, but that's what I think of when I see your name. You have to let me know. Okay. Any easy protein sources that aren't yogurt? Yogurt. Get you some yogurt and cottage cheese because everybody's sick of yogurt and cottage cheese. Yeah, I don't I mean, I do some cottage cheese and I do some yogurt, but for the most part I use them as dips for something else. So what I like to do is I'll turn the yogurt or blend cottage cheese to turn that into a dip, which I'll then use with like the, what is it, legendary protein chips. I know you said that aren't yogurt or cottage cheese. I'm gonna get there. Hang on, hang on. So I like to do that. I like to get the majority of my protein from meat if I can. Kind of like everything has protein. So I make like these adult Lunchables, if you will, and I'll make sure that I've got like a fruit, I've got two kinds of veggies, right? Usually like cucumbers and celery, and then I'll have a protein source, which is usually, shredded chicken or whatever. Today, for my major protein, I did grilled chicken. And then earlier in the day, I did eggs and sausage. And that's just because I was just craving eggs and sausage, and I did it scrambled, and I added this like cheese dip to it and salsa from the Mexican restaurant that I had. And then I eat that. You could put it in a tortilla if you're not concerned about carbs. I like to do it that way, so it's like a wrap, or you can just eat it straight up. It's so good. Um, for breakfast, or sometimes I like to do breakfast for lunch. I'll do those, you can get the little to go type things, right? The scramblers or whatever, where it's already got the eggs in it. That's a really great option. So, yeah. But for the most part, I like to prep meats and get the protein from meat. So, I hope that helps you, Slayer of the Leafs. Okay. Here we go. Tammy said, by the way, I love the oath lemonade. Me too. It was exactly where you said it would be at Target. Oh, good. Man, they sent me on a wild goose chase in the Targets. Now they've got it. I think they saw my video, and now they've got it in like 3 different places in the store, so you can't go wrong. They've got like a whole protein section now. You should add it to your Amazon shopping list if possible. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Lady Alex says protein sources for me as a vegetarian are eggs, fish, tuna, fish, cheese, and beans. Excellent sources. I don't do a whole lot of fish. When I do, it's sushi. Not my dog, but the actual sushi. That is one of my favorite ways to consume fish. And then shrimp. Sometimes I'll do shrimp. Okay, my bitter chickie, she's chiming in with the protein. Easy, protein dense, and already prepped for you. Rotisserie chicken. Yes. Oh my gosh, my favorite. Yeah. They mark them down to half price. Definitely. Okay. Look, everybody's giving all the protein suggestions. Tuna is a good option. I go through phases with tuna. I have like this love-hate relationship with tuna where some days I love it and some days I hate it. I can't make up my mind. Ooh, egg salad. That's a great one. Sandra, she just got her Kevin bundle. Woo woo. Okay. Oh, here's a recommendation for skinny syrups. Strawberry lemonade skinny syrup is the best. Mix it with sparkling water. It's my jam. Nice. That sounds really good. Joe said, roast videos are great. Why am I singing all the comments? I feel like it makes it better. I feel like this is an authentic experience. If you were here with me in my home and we were hanging out and just doing whatever, this is really how I am. This is just me. Built bars at Sam's Club. I've done a couple of built bars. They're pretty good. I won't be doing any more one bars, I can tell you that much from that latest debacle. If you haven't seen that video, whew, they tricked me on that one. I should have known better because they tricked me on that cinnamon roll one that they did too. It's just I've just been really enjoying cinnamon lately, and they just man, they duped me on that one too. Okay. Don't forget to put question marks or a bunch of Q's in front of your questions so I can grab them like Wild Violet Moon says. Would love to hear your take on mental health while using a GLP-1. Oh, this is a good one. So, as someone who has struggled with anxiety and panic attacks while on a GLP-1, it's a huge deal. I, from the start, from the beginning, from the beginning, have said that I think, and it's just my personal opinion, that therapy should be a requirement to be on a GLP-1. I think there is so much that we all have to go through and unpack and deal with. And it's kind of like this entire health quest is just this roller coaster of emotions. Like some days you're up, some days you're down, some days the scale really gets to you. Some people experience, extreme depression, and it's very serious and they have to talk to their doctor. So mental health is always, always a huge factor. As somebody with a degree in psychology, I can tell you it's something that I watch very carefully. Um, and I wish that more people had more of a support system, either in their local environment, right? Their family or friends, and many people don't. And I feel like, again, just my personal opinion, I feel like that contributes to a lot of the stress, anxiety, depression, right? Because there's so much that we go through already. And then we have to unpack all of our past trauma with food and diet culture and getting terrible advice from doctors and, comparing ourselves to others, right? The list goes on and on and on and on. And I feel like if more people had access to a roadmap or even just a lifeline, right? And they could go to therapy and talk about what they're feeling. That's why, one of the main reasons why I started my support group, because so many people would make posts about their mental health in whatever state it was in, and then they would just get all these really terrible comments, and it just made me sad. So, yeah. But great question. If there's something specific about mental health you want me to touch on, definitely let me know because that's a phenomenal question. And I think that mental health on a health journey overall is not something that's talked about enough. On a lighter note, Don said, I love the roast because they are ones acting badly and you are nicely bringing it to their attention. Yes. Yes. I think it's sweet, Dawn, that you think that I am nicely bringing it to their attention. If you saw some of the outtakes of those videos, like this last one I did about Benjamin, woo! Listen, it was so bad. Okay, this is just for you guys in the live. That one got so rough. My wife was actually in the bedroom doing something, and she came out in the middle of me recording, which she tries not to do because she's very sweet and considerate. She came out and she was like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Are you fighting someone? And I was like, "Oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe I should redo that." She was genuinely concerned. So, Dawn, I love you, and I think it's so sweet that you think I'm nicely bringing it to their attention. 'Cause, whew, if they heard some of the things that I said, they would not think it was so nice. Okay. Just came on. Hey, thanks for joining. You look adorable in the 80s style. Thank you. Oh, you got a question. Do you have any heartburn remedies, soothers? It's been really rough lately. Yeah. So, one of the things that we were talking about earlier was making sure that you don't have big spaces in between meal times. That was the thing that really helped me. Um, you know, if necessary, you could definitely go the over the counter route. There are many people that do like peppermint or ginger chews or um they utilize the over the counter meds. You can talk to your doctor about something stronger if you need it, but the only thing that helped me was getting those meal times closer together and often incorporating a snack, which I've cut back a lot on my snacking, so that was something I had to kind of work in, but it got better with time. So yeah, excellent question. Okay, Jennifer says, "Hi, Allie. Hello. I'm the one that requires the disclaimer while driving and listening. Love to Kevin." That's right. You are. I have a couple of people that watch the videos first thing in the morning while they're driving, and I always wonder. I'm like, "Do you have kids in the car?" Who was it? There was somebody whose kid was, like, in the background. They were listening to one of my videos, and they were like, "Are they talking to you? Are they talking about you?" Oh, I think it was in one of my videos, and I was roasting somebody, and they just happened to have the same name as the person I was roasting, and so they put in the comments, they were like, "My child wants to know if you're roasting me because we have the same name," and I was like, "Oh, no." That's so funny, but I always wonder if people, have their kids in the car. I try to keep it real PG for you guys because I know that for the parents out there, it can be challenging, right, to have you time. So, but Jennifer, I love that you listen while you're driving. That's fantastic. Okay, Lisa's Fragrance Corner says, "I'm considering doing outer thigh next week. Did my arm and it was very easy." Okay, great. The only thing I will say is you may not want to do inner thigh. I know that's not what you said, but I just like to throw this out there for people because I see a lot of people on TikTok that are doing inner thigh. You do have more blood vessels in inner thigh, which could lead to bruising, which is why it's not indicated right on the little chart. So, yeah, but if you can do either top of the thigh or outer thigh and it's comfortable for you, it's a great spot. Just in the anecdotal research that um, I did find that that was the space that had the least side effects. So especially if you're really having challenges when it comes to side effects, thigh, whether on the top or kind of off to the side, it may be a good option for you. So Lady Alex says, "Yep, recommend checking out counseling." Absolutely. For everybody, even if they're not on a GLP-1. But, it's a requirement for bariatric surgery. And I have always thought that that was very wise. And I don't know if it's something that will change for us GLP-1ers in the future. But I think that it could definitely help people. It can help everyone with their shanannary. Diane, I think we have like 3 Dianes in the crowd tonight. I'm loving it. Diane said, "Like this live." Woo. All right. Ramsey says, "I'm kind of a baby with back of the arm, but boy, does it work well for me." Yeah. It's just because it's kind of awkward. I think especially if you're, utilizing compound, or, using vials, I guess I should start saying, because Lily Direct has vials. Um, it's just kind of challenging, right? It's a little bit easier with the auto-injector pen, but, you know. Maribeth, hello. Thank you for joining. Lady Alex says Tums helps with heartburn. Absolutely. Um, I'm a big fan of the chewable form of Pepto. It also comes in other flavors. So if the pink goo is not your jam, it comes in other flavors. So that can be helpful too. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. Boom, boom. Hey, David's here. Hey, David. How are you, buddy? David has a question, and it's a very good question. And David, you've caught me at an excellent time because I decided before I came into this live that whatever people asked me, I was going to answer. So, may I ask why you went to compound? First of all, you are so polite. You are so polite. Have you watched my other videos? Are you concerned about being roasted? Cuz I promise I'm not going to roast you, David. Yes, you can absolutely ask me. I'm an open book. Transparency is my thing. So why did I go to compound? So I actually discussed it in a couple of my videos, but the short answer is I was concerned about a shortage because of everything that was happening at the time where they were taking tirzepatide and semaglutide off of the shortage list, which meant compounding was going to go away, which meant more people were going to go to name brand, which is what I was on. And the last time we had a shortage, it was a hot mess. And I was completely stressed out, as were many people. And I just decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore. The secondary reason was the medical provider that I had at the time decided, without any medical reason that was justifiable, that she did not want to prescribe anything above 10 milligrams for Manjaro for me. And she did not provide me with a reason other than she wasn't comfortable doing it, and that there's an increased risk of hypoglycemia. Now, I understand that does happen to some people. Excuse me. It does happen to some people where they go up in dose, especially the higher doses, and then they have challenges with their sugar bottoming out. I've never had an issue. And my point was, okay, well, if you think that's an issue, then what we'll do is we'll just monitor it together. Go ahead and prescribe it to me. And then I'll go up in dose, which at the time was from 10 to 12.5. And then if something happens, I'll just come back and we'll go back to 10, right? I'm not a completely unreasonable patient, but she really put up a fight. And I don't like that. It's just my personal preference. If I feel like my medical provider is not listening to me or is not confident, right, in my ability to assist managing my healthcare, then they're not a good fit for me. Not anything against them. She can have whatever opinions she wants. But for me, it just wasn't a good fit. So this was an opportunity to do two things. One, to get the compound, right, which I paid for myself. And that would provide me a buffer to then also get name brand. And if there was a shortage, I would be covered. So, David, great question. I hope that answers your question. Okay. It's me again. I joined this live stream from a very full day, which included jazzercise. Oh, I used to love jazzercise. I really want to get into jazzercise again. And ballroom dance? What? That is fantastic. Enjoying so much. Thanks for doing the live. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you're here and you're killing it out there in the world. Ballroom dancing? That's awesome. Let me know. Are you working on like a specific style of ballroom dance? Right? Are you doing like a samba? Are you doing like a salsa? Are you doing like a waltz? Let me know specifically which one you're doing. Okay. Let me see if I can get caught up on comments. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you. Thank you. Debbie, you're so sweet. Oh my goodness, signing off, heading to Zumba class. Oh, well, I'm glad that you got to spend some time with us. Thank you. Hope you enjoy your Zumba class. Everybody's going to work out. I feel like I should be going to work out. Instead, I'm going to sit here and have fun with you guys and drink this Dr. Pepper. Okay. Ooh. Lisa's Fragrance Corner. Fragrance. I don't know why that tripped me up. Fragrance. I think Mochi will lose a lot of people because of the fiasco. Yeah. Yeah, people are jumping ship all over the place. And it's unfortunate because whenever I was doing all the research and kind of following what they were doing, I was like, okay, I mean, this is the best option. And that's really what I wanted to provide to people was an option. My whole thing was I wanted to provide people with a 6-month supply option, right? Anticipating the whole compounds going away thing. And I thought Mochi was going to be able to deliver, and it really just kind of went sideways. But yeah, they're losing a lot of people, including affiliates. Some of them quit. Okay. All right. Janet says, been on semi since July, have lost 29 pounds. Great. Never had that feeling that I can't eat. Food noise subside and drink way less alcohol. Good. Should I keep going up to chase the full feeling at 1.5 now? So I am one of those people that I find it challenging to make recommendations when it comes to semaglutide because I've never taken it. So I just want to be upfront about that. Um, from the research that I've done and what doctors usually recommend, right? I'm not a doctor, is to go up to the highest dose of whatever you're on, semaglutide. And if that doesn't work, go to the next best thing, which is going to be tirzepatide. If you're not having extreme side effects on semaglutide, I would say stick with it. Because, hey, here comes Kevin. Hey, buddy. Hi, you want to say hi to your peeps? Come here. Yeah. Okay, you can climb up here. Kevin. Okay, turn around so they can see you. Yeah, you good boy. Yeah. Okay. All right, don't punch me in the face. Everybody will send the cops. All right, good girl. Good girl, Sushi. Okay. So yeah, so if you are tolerating the semaglutide well, then I would stick with it until you get to the highest dose, and then you can always switch over. So JM with the awesome questions. Do you have a favorite seat pillow to help with tailbone pain or tips in selecting one? Yes. It's so funny that you said that. All right. I shall show you the pillow. It says Comfy, COMFI, Life. Okay, this is the shape. Let me back up so you can see it. I got it on Amazon. Okay, there's also a back pillow. I don't know if you can see it. Here's the back pillow. Here's the kind of free floating other pillow. Okay. Great question. Now, get you back down here so you can see me. All right. So, when it comes to seat pillows, I go through them very quickly. I sit all day for my job, which is right here. So, unfortunately, I go through them very quickly. This one has been great. It's affordable. It's got good foam in it that holds up over time. So I haven't had to replace this one as often. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Great question. How did you know that I was sitting on a pillow for the tailbone pain? It's like, Jam, it's like you're watching me. Are you watching me? You are watching me because you're here in the live. Gotcha. Okay. Great question. It's so frustrating to have started this journey, love it, and then all the compound wars began. I know. I know. It's I hate that for you. I hate it for everybody. But the thing is, I think that it's really going to put these pharmaceutical companies to the test to see if they are, in fact, not in shortage. Um, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I mean, the compound pharmacies, they're duking it out. Strive, they released an official comment to Dave at On the Pen, and he posted it, and it was like, hey, we're going to bat for our patients. So that's a really good sign, because I think that, and this is just my opinion, I think that the idea that Big Pharma has right now is, let's not attack the telehealths. Let's just cut their legs out from underneath them by going at the pharmacy. And they're not even going after them based off of patent. They're going after them for marketing. And, oh, you're using our studies to sell your copy, right? So they got some smart cookies over there. So, Black squirrel, superhero. My wife told me that there are black squirrels in Canada. I've never seen one, but I looked up pictures and they're really cool looking. Okay, that wasn't the point. Get with it, Allie. I have a 6-month supply of semaglutide, wondering if I should then switch to Lilly Direct and get Zepbound. Do you recommend that for greater weight loss? So tirzepatide is king. If you do Mounjaro, Zepbound, tirzepatide, I mean, for most people, it is the more successful option. Now, having said that, there are plenty of people who are on the semaglutide and they reach their goal weight and they do great and they don't have side effects. So that's one of the reasons why I say, if you're not having any issues, right, and you got a 6-month supply, stay where you are. And then don't forget, NovoCare has the option to do the direct buy from them. So, if you wanted to continue with the semaglutide, you could, and it would be similar pricing as the Lilly Direct. So if you're having success on semaglutide and the side effects don't get you, which is what gets most people, then I would say stick with it. There are so many people that lose, well over 100 pounds on semaglutide. And then if you ever need to go to tirzepatide, right, it'll be an option for you. So great question. You guys are just knocking it out of the park with the great questions today. Okay. Diane said, "Oh no, I'm getting a call." You hit that cancel button. Don't you answer that call. Tell them you're busy. You have to pry my coffee out of my frozen Manjaro hands. Yes. Oh my gosh, my hands were so cold earlier today. I keep gloves at my desk, which is just blows my mind. I used to be the person at 285 pounds that would go out in winter in shorts, t-shirt, and little slip-on sandals. And people would be like, "Aren't you cold?" And I'm like, "No. Are you cold? You guys are weird." It's like snowing. And I'm like, "I'm fine." Because I knew everywhere I went, I was going to be burning up hot, right? Because I had all the extra insulation. Gina says, "Hi, Allie. Hello. So excited you decided to do lives." Yes. Yeah. I got lots of requests for them. And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll do one and give it a try." And then we ended up having a blast. And I was like, "All right. You guys hooked me in. Now I'm down for the count. I look forward to it. It's great." Hey, what? Okay, first of all, with a name like Scarlet Rain, please tell me that's your real name. If that's not a superhero name, I don't know what is. That is freaking phenomenal. Secondly, love from Scotland. That's awesome. I had somebody comment on one of my other videos and they were somewhere else in Europe. I've got all sorts of peeps from all over the world. We're global. Global. Right? Okay, Kevin's global. Hi. Are you showing everybody how you harass me all day? Because this is what you do. I know. You can't get up here. You're too big. You're too big. I know. I love you. Okay. I love you. Mwah. I love you too, Sushi. Okay. Can you go lay down and be good? Look, everybody's just looking at the back of your head. Can you at least turn around? Come here. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? I love you. You're a good boy." Yeah? Is it your bedtime? It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We could stay up. It's all right. I give you permission. Okay, can you go lay down? Go relax. Okay, we'll see if they'll do it. Okay. I'm going to try to get them to relax. I don't know if they will. They might not. Okay. Hey, from Las Vegas. Oh no, DJ said you skipped my comment. What? DJ? Unacceptable. Where is your comment? Hang on. Unacceptable. Going back. Going back. Going back. Oh my goodness, there's so many comments. DJ, I'm so sorry. Where is your comment? I don't see any comment. Okay, DJ, I can't find your comment. And I'm so sorry. If you commented something, please re-comment. DJ, I can't find it. Oh no. Okay. All right, let me catch it back up. Yeah. Okay. Re-comment, please. I'm so sorry. Deb says, "What is in the Kevin bundle?" That's a great question. It's a mixture of the 30-gram protein shakes and some of the bars, right? The protein bars. And then it's also got a shaker for mixing up your proteins. So yeah, definitely check it out. I am doing an all bar bundle. I think it just sounds funny. Bar bundle. So if you're looking to try just the bars, I'll have a bundle for that. It'll save you some money. Okay, DJ says Vitalax by Vital Planet is a natural supplement that helps so much. Okay, great. I'm guessing with a name like Vitalax, I'm guessing that goes to the constipation. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Hey, happy to be here. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. We're going strong, man. Hour and a half going strong. Sea breeze says, "Love your hair." Well, I love your face. It's fantastic. So is that a little ship or is it a fish? Oh no, I think it's fish. I like your little icon too. Look, everybody's so happy you're here. Yes, Burt Reynolds lived in Jupiter, Florida. Yes, he did. Hmm. I hear he also had a mustache. Just fun facts. By the way, did you guys hear about Val Kilmer today? Oh, this made me so sad. He was my favorite Batman, which puts me in a very small category of fans. I like all his other stuff too. But yeah, super sad about that. Okay, let's not talk about sad stuff, Allie. Bringing down the mood. Okay. Rebelsis for weight loss says, are you planning to make a video on Rebelsis? I wasn't. I've been on it for a year. I've lost 66 pounds. That's great. I'm now on alternate day dosing and need people to know about it to save money if paying out of pocket. Also, I think it was out of pocket and it cut you off. But I like it better that it's out of pocket. As a matter of fact, I think I'm just going to start putting that into my vernacular. I'm just going to say out of pocket from now on. Thank you, Rebelsis, for weight loss. So, no, honestly, I wasn't planning on making a video, but now that you've said this, I think we should. And by we, I mean you and me, because that's fantastic. I don't know many people who are on Rebelsis. So, yeah, I'll absolutely make a video. Triscuits with sliced cheese. Oh, I am a big fan of the dill Triscuits. If you haven't tried them and you like dill, you have to like dill. Heather, I'm sure that this has context, but I just want you to know that I saw it and I was like, eggs! Eggs! For all my people driving right now, they're like, what? Allie, why are you yelling about eggs? Look, Mary Beth said, great suggestion. I agree. I concur. Leaf Slayer. Sorry to disappoint, no landscaping at all happening here, but thank you all for your protein ideas. You're very welcome. You'll have to tell me where the leaf slayer comes from, because if you're not cutting down trees, I don't know what you're doing, but I am dying to know. It always interests me how people come up with their names and like handles and things like that. More protein ideas. Sam's Club rotisserie chicken. Listen, there was a while where I was just living off of Sam's Club rotisserie chicken. Between Sam's Club and Publix, I was just, but I was really struggling because I couldn't do a lot of other meats. I was one of those people when I first started out on my GLP1 journey, other meats like any red meat, pork, I could do chicken and turkey. I couldn't do fish. Like they were just it was so hard for me to digest it, even with digestive enzymes. So yeah, I lived off of rotisserie chicken there for a while. Just trying to hit that protein goal. Leaf Slayer. Does anyone else get an almost burning skin sensation in random areas? Yes. And I am 1,000,000% drawing a blank on what that's called. It's got some weird name. I think it starts with an A. It's an actual thing. So it is a side effect of the medication. And I'm so sorry that I'm drawing a blank on specifically what causes it. But yes, it is a thing. It is a side effect. It is a known side effect. It is supposed to like kind of come and go. For example, I had it quite a bit at the beginning of my journey, but then, here recently, I'll get it maybe once every few months. So yes, but yes, that's a real thing. You're not losing it. I thought I was losing it the first time I got it. I was like, why do I feel like I have like this weird itchy sunburn, and it's like random. It would be the back of my hand, it would be on my arm, and I would be like, "Did I scrape against something?" It'd be on my side. I don't know. But yes, it's totally normal. Okay. Down, going down. Mary said, "Yes, mentally taxing when you feel alone." We were talking earlier about having a support system. It's definitely challenging when you don't. My better chicky girl, she's like, "Let me tell everybody about this positive only support group that we have." Yeah. We have a phenomenal group. There was somebody who joined, their very first post was anonymous, and it was one of those classic kind of newbie questions. And I was completely backlogged at work, and I was like, "Oh, I got to make a point to go back to answer that." I want you to know I came back to that post an hour later, and it had like 63 comments of people all trying to be supportive, offer suggestions, like, people just being like, "Hey, you're doing a great job. Don't give up. You've got this," right? Like, that's what I'm talking about with like positive support. People think that positivity is like, oh, it's got to be rainbows and sunshine all the time. Just, but no, it's that genuine connection that you have with another person and that you make the effort to build them up. And to me, I mean, that's what we need. That's what we need, especially in the support groups. Papaya enzymes, yes, they are my favorite. Gina said, "Allie, throwing hands with Benjamin was the bestest." Yeah. Yeah, that one was crazy. And he made those comments on one of my videos at like 3 or 4 in the morning because I woke up first thing in the morning, Sunday morning. And when I'm like laying there in the bed, I'm like, "Oh, okay, let me catch up on all my comments from my peeps," right? And then there were his ginormous comments, and it was like 4 hours ago. I was like, "What? No, 4 hours ago? It's like 6 a.m. What's this guy doing commenting craziness on my videos in the middle of the night?" It was wild. It was wild. Okay. Gina said, "Gonna have to start adding a content warnings." Yes, absolutely. Ramsey said, "I usually have an AirPod in, but my kids recognize you and think you're a friend. FaceTime with." Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. Okay. Oh, let's put this one. Emmy says, "A few months ago, started burning sensation, almost like a rug burn." Yes, that's a very good description. On random parts of my body. It's totally random. Today, Endo told me he is hearing Zep 10 and up causes this burning sensation. Crazy. Interesting because I had it at lower doses too, especially when I first started out. That's so interesting. Okay. Kimberly has a question. Why didn't your doctor just prescribe a CGM like Libre 3 so that you could keep an eye on things? That is a very good question. Um, so I asked for a prescription for a CGM when I first was diagnosed with diabetes. And I went to go get it, and it was ridiculously expensive. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Isn't this supposed to be for diabetics? Why is this a couple $100? And then you had to buy all the pieces parts to go with it. I was like, what? So I don't know, maybe my insurance just sucks, which, no real shocker there. Um, but yeah, I think that that would have been a good option, but I don't wear a CGM, continuous glucose monitor, for anybody who's wondering what a CGM is. But that is an excellent question. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for it. She wasn't really trying to provide a solution. She just really didn't want to prescribe the higher doses. Um, I think some doctors, and this is just my personal opinion, this is not what she said. Okay, so I don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I think some doctors are just leery of the higher doses. I think that because there are some people who have challenges, right, at higher doses, I think it makes them a little shy about doing the higher doses. But that's just my speculation. She did not say that. So, you know, okay. Wild Violet Moon. Do you have an email to directly contact you for some mental health info? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's listed on my YouTube channel, up in the description where it says, "Yo, yo, yo, this is Ali channel. This what she talk about, GOP stuff." Right underneath that, it says my email address. So yeah, you can definitely email me. Just keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. Um, but yeah, absolutely. Just send me whatever you want. Wun, did I miss it again? No. I mean, you're here. You're here right now. You are in the live. You did not miss the thing. We're here. Bitter Chicky says, "We're still going. We're still going." When was it sweet? You guys crack me up. Yeah, we're still going. If you have a question or something you want to know, just put some Q's or some question marks out in the front so that I can find your shenannery in the comments and then answer whatever you want to know. Mm. AR Puff and Stuff says, "Is anyone able to eat potato chips?" Yes. I love potato chips. I am a salty snacker. I used to love them, but I can't even look at them since starting Wegovy. Yeah. So there are some things that, it's like, I don't want to say that your taste buds change, but that's kind of what it is. The medicine just kind of gets you rewired when it comes to some of those foods. And there are some things, but like sun chips are one of my favorites, the blue bag, which I think is the original. And then I really like Munchos. If you've never had Munchos, not Munchies. Munchies is the one that has like Doritos and pretzels and like all the different things. Munchos is an old school brand, and my wife got me started on this one. It is like eating a French fry, but it's a potato chip. No joke, no lie, Munchos. And you may have to go to like a smaller grocery store chain to find it. But yeah, check out in the chip area. It's just the one type of chip. It's just a plain chip. And it looks like it's got like kind of an old school kind of look to the packaging. It's like eating French fries, but they're chips. So good. AR Puff and Stuff. That was a good one. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the update about the ballroom dancing that I asked earlier. To answer your question, I'm working on a showcase performance number. Ooh, Foxtrot. Okay, very Fred and Ginger. Love that. So fun. Performance May 30th. That's fantastic. Now, Foxtrot, correct me if I'm wrong. Foxtrot is the one where you got kind of like the thing, and she's like leaned back like this, right? And it's like the big sweeping kind of motions. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's like, I mean, they call it a trot, right? 'Cause it's kind of like these sweeping kind of woo woo bouncy movements. I think that's foxtrot. Correct me if I'm wrong. I love that for you, by the way. Performance May 30th. You're going to nail it. I can just tell. Good for you. Okay. Angel's got a question. Not sure if this is too personal. Nothing is too personal, but don't ask me if you don't want to know. I'm just warning you guys. I'm on a roll today. Okay. So, but after you use what you have from Mochi, are you going to use another telehealth company or go through insurance? Yeah. So I'll just go back to name brand. Um, with everything that's going to be happening with Compound, right? I really did it to try to provide a safe option for a 6-month supply because of everything that happened with 6-month supplies before, where people got scammed and people got, screwed over by another telehealth company, right? I was just trying to do a good thing and it just kind of backfired on me. But yeah, but definitely not too personal. You are totally fine. You can ask me questions. I'm good. It was a good question. Okay. My bitter chicky. I do baked or protein chips. Yes. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the legendary chips. I've done a review of some of the protein chips because some of them are just not good at all. Okay. I had some crack biscuits. They are called this past weekend. What is a crack biscuit? And where do I get one? Made of almond flour, cream cheese, eggs, and bacon bits. Amazing treat. Oh, is this something you made? Or somebody else made it and you ate it? I'm going to need a recipe because that sounds good. Usually anything that's got crack in the name, it's got it in the name for a reason. Diane's like, Kevin. Yeah. Oh, Tammy. There are black squirrels in Illinois. I didn't know that, in my container garden in particular. What is a container garden? Are there containers? Is it a large shipping container that you have turned into a garden? Tammy, I'm intrigued and I need to know more, both about the black squirrels and the container garden. And why are the black squirrels only in Illinois? Are they anywhere else? And here come the dogs. Okay, let me know, Tammy. Okay, do we have any timetable on when Retatrutide will be coming out? Supposed to be even more epic. Yes. So I think they're saying next year, so 2026, but not like a specific day. They haven't given us a day. For Retta, and I'm very, very excited about it. I think that, and it's just my personal opinion, I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it is one of the main reasons, again, just my opinion, that the pharmaceutical company, the EL, if you will, is going to fight Compound so hard, because I think that they want to squash it now before Retta hits the market, because I think it's going to blow weight loss out of the water. People are going to have fewer side effects because they're going to be able to more easily meet those protein goals or those calorie deficit goals because the suppression is not as high. And then also, right, you've got that factor of you're not going to lose as much muscle, which is something that we all, right, care about. So, yeah, next year. I cannot wait. I am super excited. Also, you can keep an eye out for Crunchy Trutide, which will be coming out. And if you haven't seen that video, go watch my interview with the CEO of Pharmaceutical. Put a Crunchy Trutide in the comments if you watch that video. All right, everybody's talking about chips. Gina said, "Where's Kevin?" He's been making oh, I think it's supposed to say Kevin, but it doesn't. It says Kernan. Gina, who's Kernan? Gina, have you been drinking, honey? What's happening? I think it's supposed to say Kevin. I'm just messing with you. Um, yeah, he's made a couple of appearances tonight. He really misses my wife when she's at work, so he pretty much stays glued to her once she gets home. So he's, following her around. She's trying to keep him entertained for me. Otherwise, he will be in my face the entire time and I won't be able to read comments. Oh, Gina, she fixed it. She said, "Where's Kevin?" Yeah. He should be taking a nap. What time is it? Oh, yeah. It's way past his bedtime. I got these doggies on a schedule. All right. Always ran hot too. The constant freezing has been the wildest side effect. Yeah, me too. It's weird. Like I have to wear socks to sleep and like thick wool socks. I actually took a break from socks the other day and I felt weird turning into one of those people who get cold now. Okay. I have a similar set cushion from Amazon called Everlasting Seat Cushion. Okay. Uses booster seat when driving a husband's truck. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, Gina said, "There he is." Okay, I must be catching up to comments. Okay. Please add comfy pillow to your Amazon list to. Okay, yeah. Well, I have to make myself a note. If I don't remind myself, I 1,000,000% forget things. So, cushion to Amazon. Okay. And then my bitter chickie's gonna remind me, update, group, questions. Okay. I made myself a note. Okay. Mom is talking to people on the box again, Kevin. Yes. Yeah, you guys, he's so over it with me, recording videos, and he'll be like, Sega just sighs. She's like, "You're at it again." He needs a chew. Yes. Listen, I go broke giving these dogs chews. If you have dogs, just as a side note for anybody, or cats, but specifically dogs, providing them with a chew is great mental stimulation. And I cannot emphasize it enough. You should definitely be providing your pets with mental stimulation, right? Especially if they are home alone while you are at work during the day. Even though I'm here, right? I'm working. So there's a little side note canine nutritionist nugget for you. Okay. Denise is like, "I'm excited. Made it some of your live." Yeah. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Oh, Anita said, "Always wanted to do a cruise, but at over 300 pounds and now at goal." Great. I'm going to book one at age. Yes. Rock star. That's fantastic. Good for you. Let us know where you're going on your cruise. Or if you're still in the process of scheduling one, let me know what you're thinking about doing. I've The only cruise that I've ever been on was I don't think it qualifies as a cruise. It's not like a cruise ship, but my dad and I went on a trip for a week to get our scuba diving certification. So that's the closest that I've come to a cruise. But Anita, let us know what destination spots you're thinking about going to, because that's awesome. Okay. Let's go. Oh, everybody's like, "Anita, happy sailing." That's right. Val Kilmer will always be our Huckleberry. Yeah. I'm going to have to watch Tombstone now. It's funny you mentioned that. I sent that as a meme to Dave earlier. I was like, I'll be a Huckleberry. Love Val Kilmer. Okay. Everybody's making awesome suggestions to each other. Okay. Angel, I'm loving your earrings. Oh, thank you. They remind me of gummy lifesavers. Oh my gosh. Probably my body craving sweets. I'm fighting it. Yeah, they do. Don't they? They do. Oh, I used to love those things. They're fantastic. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, here we go. Allodynia. That's right. Maribeth. Thank you. Weird skin sensations and locations. Yes, the skin sensations are weird. Also, the locations are weird. Also, the person could be weird. They could also be up to Shanannary. This is a great question. Okay. Do the digestive enzymes help? Enzymes. Can you tell I'm getting tired? Enzymes help with constipation or only digestion? They help with digestion. So this is one of those things where, unfortunately, the supplement community has, in an attempt to jam as much as they can into a supplement, they do these digestive enzymes and probiotics and prebiotics and to the left probiotics and space probiotics, right? Like they add like all this stuff all in one, but digestive enzymes specifically are only going to help you with what's in your stomach. It's not going to help you with what's further down the chain, right, in the intestines. The digestive enzymes are going to help to break down the food, which is why I recommend using them, whenever you have like that heavy brick kind of feeling, right, in your stomach, or if you ate something and it's not setting well, or you overate. This was me the other day. I got Mexican for the first time in a long time. And by the time it got here, I was so backlogged at work, I was starving. And so I was just like, I got the chicken and rice, which I love. And you put the cheese dip over it. So good. But I overate and I was absolutely miserable. I took 4 digestive enzymes right after eating. 30 minutes later, I took 2 more. An hour later, I was still feeling like I had eaten a brick. And so I took 4 more. And then I was fine. Now, before I started doing digestive enzymes, I would have just been miserable. And that's also one of the situations that you see some people say that they end up getting sick. So if you can get out in front of it, right, and kind of help, then absolutely. But specifically when it comes to constipation, digestive enzymes are not going to help with that. They're only going to help with what's in your stomach. Great question. Gina was like, the giant lip balm. Yeah. I got that just for lives. It goes really well with my tiny laptop. If only you guys knew, like all the little tiny stuff that I have over here. You'd be like, Allie, we need to talk about your shopping addiction. Yes, we really should. Okay. Here we go. Allie, same bat time, same bat channel next week for another live. Yes. Yeah. For now, I'm keeping it with Wednesday night because see, right now we're at 133 people. You guys are phenomenal. And the questions are rolling in. We've been going, we're almost at 2 hours. I am gonna cut us off at 2 hours because it's a school night. And by school night, I mean my dogs will start pacing, which is what they're doing now. They're like, "Why are we up since bedtime?" Look, they're like, "I don't know what to do with myself." So, but yeah, like as long as people can make it to the lives, I will keep on doing it. Same bat time, same bat channel. Love that, JM. And we have an awesome moderator team. Let's give a huge round of applause. Lots of hearts, okay, from my moderator team. They keep the support group running. They are my lifeline, my lifesavers. Love you guys. Okay. My insurance only covers CGM for type 1 diabetics. Yes, that's very common. I think quite a few are like that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Mark. Hey, Mark. I love my Costco rotisserie chicken. Yes. We are all fans of all the rotisserie chickens. Although I will say, for a while there, I was trying to figure out which of the rotisserie chickens was bigger. And of the Costco rotisserie chicken, Sam's Club rotisserie I'm getting tired. Sam's Club rotisserie chicken, Publix rotisserie chicken, Sam's Club was the biggest chicken in that it had the most meat by weight. So, a little food for thought there on rotisserie chickens that you didn't ask for. But Mark, I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Since Stella says, since on the 10 milligram, I noticed burning sensation in my skin. Yes, that's from the medicine. Yes. Allodynia. Somebody was kind enough to look that up for me. That's what it's called. Yes. Totally normal. And unfortunately, there's not really much you can do about it. It's just one of those things. Okay. Rebecca said, Allie, you are my daily support. I love you. I can always count on you to inform me, make me laugh, and just feel so supported every time I hear one of your episodes. I watch you every day. Thank you so much, Rebecca. And I'm so glad that you're feeling supported because I really do feel like it's so important to feel like, you have somebody you could talk to or, express your concerns or make you laugh. I'm always good for a laugh. Oh, my bitter chickie, she says Munchos are iconic. Apparently, I was living under a rock. I had never heard of Munchos until I met my wife, and then she was like, hey, can we get some Munchos? And I'm like, do you mean munchies? And she's like, no, not munchies. I was like, what's a Muncho? Apparently, everybody knows about Munchos. $2 for a big bag. That's right, Jazzy. That's right. Yes, they are great. Everybody's like, Munchos. Munchos. Oh. Hey, JM says your Foxtrot game is on point. Right? Love that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna scroll through. In the middle of bedtime chaos, just saying hi. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. You get those kiddos in bed, bud. It's getting late. That was at 8:39. Yeah, that was a while ago. You better get those kiddos in the bed. Everybody's saying hello to Dave. Thank you for stopping by. So sweet. Gina, don't ask me if you don't want to know. Allyisms for life. Yes. I have always been that way. It's always been one of my things. Like when I was a kid, I used to love to ask questions. And I used to hate when adults would give me like an edited answer, or they would be like, because I said so. Okay, well, that doesn't explain to me why the earth is going around the sun. I get that you said so, but could we get a little more info? So when people ask me questions, I have a tendency to give too much information. But, you know, we all have our thing. Old school munchos. Yeah, yeah. Like no one else. Okay, Debbie says another fun snack if you like salty is the only bean. It's an edamame. Oh, love edamame. High protein. Yes, edamame is high protein and really crunchy and really good. Love edamame. Love it. Questions crumpled on top of a taco salad. Chef's kiss. I agree. Okay, so Anne says Foxtrot is sort of like that. I don't lean back, stand straight. Okay. I'm just thinking back to when I watched like those dancing competitions, where their movements are very exaggerated. So it's very, you know, she's like leaning back. I'm not making it look very sexy, but it is. Love that. Hey, James is here. Hey, James. Love your channel. Started 3 months ago on Zepbound. Down 60 pounds. What? Just went up to 5. Wait, so you mean you lost most of that on 2.5? Rockstar. Let's give it up for James. Great job, buddy. I love that for you. I love that for you. That is a huge amount of success. Good job. Keep at it. Just keep one foot in front of the other. Just keep at it. Keep showing up for yourself. That's what I tell people. You got to keep showing up for yourself. And James, you're doing great. I love that for you. Uh-oh. We got black squirrels in Louisiana. One lives in a pecan tree in Daddy's yard. What? Just me, Maria. Now, is it a pecan tree or a pecan tree? Let me know in the comments. Do you say pecan or pecan? I feel like if you say pecan, you sound like you're trying to be real classy about it. I would like a pecan pie, right? Instead of, hey, can I get some of that pecan pie? Right? It just depends on where you're from. But I love that. That's one of those words. Anyway, I had no idea that they have black squirrels in Louisiana. Apparently, I've been living under a rock. I thought all the black squirrels were just in Canada, and now they've got them in Michigan. What is happening? You guys. Well, good thing I'm not auditioning for National Geographic because I'm starting for real. Nat Geo channel's like, Allie doesn't know where the black squirrels are. So we're gonna have to do like a Where's Waldo. I'll put a map up here behind me and we'll just we'll put a pin in all the places where there's black squirrels because I had no idea. Thank you, Jazzy, for letting me know about black squirrels in Michigan. Yes, James Hall is doing fantastic. Oh, great, Jazzy. Now you're rubbing it in. Lots of them. It's craziness. I'm just playing. Black squirrels in Michigan. This black squirrel shenannery is getting out of control. All right, we're at 2 hours, guys. So we've hit maximum overload, which means I have to go to bed. Otherwise, I will turn into a pumpkin. And let's just be honest, nobody wants to see that. Okay. Oh, we got a question. Let me roll through here and see if I can grab all the questions because I don't want to miss anybody's question. Nerd startup incubator. You're going to have to elaborate. What kind of incubator are you? That's what I need to know. Okay. Do you think EL will care much if people end up getting true EL products from abroad? So you're talking about gray. So do I think they will care? Yes. Trust me, they're going to care. People seem to be under the impression that research grade and gray market are safe in the sense that these big pharmaceutical companies are not going to go after them. Just my opinion, I think they're next. Giant chapstick for the dramatic pause. I think they're going to be next. I think they're going to squash compound, right? Because that is the biggest player. It also has the most effect long term, right? For future, like retatrutide, things like that. But I think after that, that's when you'll start to see research grade and gray market get hit hard. And I talked about it in another video. They've already started hitting them hard with their payment systems and, penalizing them for using their, names. So I think that, excuse me, it's definitely in the process, but that's a great, great question. Mindy, hello, Mindy. Crunchy True Tide, yeah. Okay. All right. I got to go through the questions because we're wrapping up. Jazzy, not really cute. Black squirrels hiss at you. Great. So not only are they adorable, but they're evil. I know nothing of the black squirrels. I'm going to have to do some research before the next video because you guys are schooling me on the black squirrels. It's crazy. Mindy is actually in the Crunchy True Tide clinical trial. We take a shot and eat munchos and other crunchy snacks. Mindy, I love you so much. If you were here, I would just hug you and laugh. It's too funny. Second reminder. Yes. Yeah, I put it on my phone. That doesn't necessarily mean that I have been reminded, just so you know. But I will do the best I can. Okay. Oh, this is not a question, but I want to. Crafty Ladybug 411. Okay, so Crafty Ladybug has the 411 on crafts and also ladybugs. Because who doesn't love ladybugs, right? I mean, they're fantastic. But see, when I was younger, I always thought that they were all girls. I'm like, so where are the boy bugs? Is there like a gentleman bug? These were the important questions that I asked as a child that I did not get answers to. So, Crafty Ladybug 411, down 100 pounds since July, A1C 8.9 to 6.1. You are a rock star. She is also I'm guessing you're a she. Apologize if you're not. Currently 12.5 Manjaro. Me too. Me too. Look, everybody's like, yeah. Gina's like, well, scuba diving cert. I envision a new channel. Yeah. I was actually I was talking about doing like a book talk channel because I talk about my books sometimes, but I don't, reading is not exciting for everybody, but yeah. I'm also thinking about doing more with my canine nutrition channel, but I put all of my energy into you guys for now. So, Gina, psst, we're all weird here. And we're up to Shanannary. Yeah, we are. Take a drink. Mindy, chiming in with the space biotics. Yeah. Ooh, Dawn's down with the Crunchy True Tide. I love it. Freddie loves my shirt. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. That's how I felt today. Okay. AR Puffin stuff is going to bed. Diana's going to bed. The giant lip balm. Okay. Wednesday night show. James says, good night, everyone. You guys are great. Gina, she drinking? I'm so late. Oh, Carol's like, I'm so late. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You can catch the replay, and we're gonna start doing this every Wednesday night. So don't worry if you missed it. It's all good. Joni, have a wonderful night. Good night. Dancing with the Stars. All right. I'm just making sure. Like squirrel invasion. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, wait, we got a clarification. Hang on. Nerd Startup Incubator. Help nerdy people turn their brilliance into business. Oh, hey. See, that's even cooler than what I was thinking. I was thinking incubator in the more traditional sense, like an actual incubator. But I used to have an incubator when we were breeding standard poodles for service work, because sometimes the little puppies they need to be in an incubator. So that's where my head went. Yeah. Not gray. I thought you said, but you were asking about, oh, hang on. Actual branded from abroad, but I hear you on gray. Oh, you mean people going to like Canada or Mexico, right? Okay. UK, Canada. There we go. If I just keep going down the list, you answer my questions. Yeah, I don't know about that. So I think that UK probably has pretty good pricing. They have, government controlled pricing. Canada, I've been hearing mixed things about Canada, that, the pricing is similar to what we have here. But I can't speak to that because I haven't looked at it in a really long time. But yeah, I know that as far as coming over the border with it, there are, limits to how much medication you can bring with you. I think it's usually like a 3-month supply. So that's, it's challenging. But I don't know. If it becomes something that's, really prevalent, I mean, they'll put a stop to it. 50 ounces in, thanks to Shanannary. Uh-oh. I said it again. Yay. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Oh, Tammy, I'm interested in canine nutrition. Night night, Allie. See you on the internet. I'll see you next time. Same bat channel on the interwebs. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me make sure we don't have any more questions. Oh no, my fit auntie, I missed all the fun. Don't worry. You can watch the replay and we're going to do it again. Okay, I'm down to the bottom. I didn't miss any questions. You guys, you are phenomenal. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. Thank you so much for all of the shenanigans and fun. I had a blast. I hope that you had a blast. If you did, please, as you're exiting stage right, please make sure that you hit that like button, because it helps push the live out to other peeps so that they can come over and have fun with us, right? Which is what we want them to do. A lot of them are going to catch it on the replay. If you're catching it on the replay, you missed the fun. But we'd love to have you next week, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Central Time. Be there or be square. And as always, be kind, rewind. Okay. I love you guys. Okay. Bye.